Technical analysis works, but only if you use it correctly. As a top Wall Street trader, it's helped me make over $100 million. So let me explain my thoughts on it and share insights you might be missing. I'm Lance, and after spending over 15 years in the trenches, I stopped trading full-time and sacrificing my health for wealth. Trading is what I'm world-class at, so I'm here to share my knowledge with you to help you level the playing field. Let's start with two questions that get asked constantly, but are almost never explained properly. What is technical analysis, and does it actually work for trading? Because let's be honest, if you ask most academics, or even most people on Wall Street, they'll tell you technical analysis is just drawing lines on a chart and pretending you can predict the future. In fact, when I was applying for jobs on Wall Street, I had a senior trader at the Bank of Montreal tell me that technical analysis was bullshit and that day trading was a fool's errand. So after over a dozen profitable years trading using technical analysis, let me explain my view. First, let's start with what technical analysis is and isn't. Technical analysis is the study of charts with price, volume, and time to help you identify non-random market behavior that you can hopefully capture to make a profit. A key point here is that technical analysis is not a prediction. This is the same way as playing a hand in poker isn't a prediction. You never know what the next card will be, but you simply have a view on whether the probabilities currently favor you playing the hand or not. With technical analysis, we are not forecasting where price will be next week, next month, or next year. We are simply using chart patterns to determine when the odds might be stacked in our favor or not. Technical analysis does not care about the valuation of a company or a stock's PE ratio. That's fundamental analysis, and I cover how I use technical versus fundamental analysis in my trading in an upcoming video. So subscribe and turn on those notifications. Think of technical analysis simply as a way to use charts to make an educated guess what might happen next, based on the chart's patterns reflecting how many people want to buy a stock versus how many people want to sell it. That's it. You're not trying to be right all the time. You're trying to find situations where rather than randomness, you use the chart to determine specific moments in time where you have positive expected value. In part because you can clearly define the following: where you enter, where you're wrong, and what you could stand to make if you're right. That's the foundation. Now the real question is, does it actually work? Many academic studies conclude it doesn't. My whole career and the data behind the literal billions of shares I've traded says otherwise. The issue with most academic studies is they're far too simplistic. They are taking very simple rule sets and applying them to stocks that are not in play. If trading were that easy, we'd all be rich. The premise in most of these studies is as simplistic and silly as saying that fundamental analysis doesn't work because buying a low PE company doesn't magically outperform the market. Again, if only it were that easy, we would all be Warren Buffett. So yes, when applied with extreme expertise and experience, technical analysis does work, but we don't know exactly why. I have my guess of why it does work, which I'll share in a second, but ultimately, as a trader, we don't even need to know exactly why. If something consistently makes money across decades in different products and across different markets, the mechanism matters less than the result. That said, there are many real reasons why I suspect technical analysis works. The first one is market structure. Markets, in their simplest form, are really just people buying and people selling. Sometimes, one of those people has a lot of stock to sell. If a huge seller keeps selling at the same price, that price becomes hard to get above. Not because of a line on a chart, but because that big seller is dumping shares there. Smaller traders then notice this. They see that price cannot go higher, so they sell before that big seller finishes. Someone else sells a little bit lower. Then another person sells a little lower than that. Over time, this behavior creates a pattern. That pattern is what we call resistance on a chart. Support works the same way, but just flipped. If there's a huge buyer buying a lot at one price, that price becomes hard to break below. Smaller buyers notice it and start buying in front of that big buyer. Their buying pushes price up. That's what creates support. There's nothing mystical or theoretical about all this. Technical analysis is just the rational reactions of a bunch of different market participants responding to big buyers and sellers. Charts do not predict the future. They just show you where other people are likely to act based on the psychology of the chart pattern. That is technical analysis at the most primitive level. The second reason I think technical analysis works is forced behavior, like liquidations, margin calls, and panic selling. When markets move too far too fast, people don't always choose to act. Sometimes they're forced to. This is because many market participants have loss limits, or they are trading on leverage, and sharp, large moves create a feedback loop that forces them to sell into big panics or cover into big squeezes. Price action can become far more emotional and psychological than rational during these times. If you've ever been in a big position going against you aggressively, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And forced behavior like that leaves extremely clear signatures on a chart. You see the acceleration in price movement, you see the huge volume, and the big percentage moves. Technical analysis helps you recognize this behavior as well as structure trades that are able to capitalize on it. This brings us to the third reason, human psychology. Charts are nothing more than a visual representation of human emotion and their related decisions to buy or sell. When a massive amount of stock changes hands at a certain price, the average holder's psychology shifts with it. If a huge high volume panic occurs, like on the daily chart of UNH, United Healthcare, what happens is you get a massive turnover in the shareholder base. Many of the participants that bought at $500 or $600 are panicking and selling to new holders. Those holders have a much lower average price. And if the stock then bounces from there, it is a totally different psychology of the average holder. Technical analysis helps you visualize that. Indicators like volume and VWAP, which is volume weighted average price, they're proxies for human positioning. And when the average holder of a time period is in the money, they're feeling great. When the average holder of a certain time period is out of the money, they are not so happy. It is a whole different feeling. I show you how I use volume and VWAP among other trading indicators in my indicator series, so check out this playlist. I'll link it in the description. The fourth reason technical analysis works is self-fulfilling behavior. Many traders don't use charts because they necessarily believe in technical analysis, but they still use the charts because they need some way to structure their trade that makes sense. Doing so often leads to certain price levels becoming important to a large number of market participants. Let me explain. If you put on a trade, you inevitably need to decide where you want to enter and on what conditions you will exit it. Even traders who say they don't use technical analysis still need to know under what conditions they'll say, I'm wrong here. The question is whether that line is random, emotional, or based on something obvious on the chart. A common area to choose to stop out at is at the recent lows if you're long or the recent highs if you're short. If you're going to place a stop somewhere, it makes more sense to put it near a level the market has already reacted to than to pick a number out of thin air. That's all it is. Now let's zoom out for a second. Markets are not one person clicking buy and sell. There are millions of participants all doing different things for different reasons on different time frames. The only thing they all have in common is that they're managing risk. Because of that, a lot of people end up making decisions around the same obvious price areas. When that happens, those areas start to matter. If it's logical for tons of market participants to stop out and sell at a certain level, as a nimble day trader, it might make sense to short that break of the level ahead of the large players. Technical analysis is the study of when certain price levels cause a certain reaction with some degree of predictability, which in turn is why technical analysis gives us structure to calculate expected value. Expected value, as you may know, is at the core of how I make any trading decision, and quite frankly, any life decision. If you understand how to view life and trading through expected value, you'll make better, more profitable decisions. I cover expected value in detail in this video. Us traders are always looking for situations with some combo of the following. You're right more than random, or when you're wrong, you lose little, and when you're right, you make a lot. That's it. Now, common criticism is, if technical analysis works, why do those opportunities still exist? My answer to that is this: because tons of traders are buying and selling for all sorts of different reasons. Many market participants are on different time frames, making different assessments using different types of analysis. Now, always keep in mind that technical analysis does not work everywhere all the time. Most charts are efficient. Most price action is random. And most of the time, there is no edge. Technical analysis only tends to work in very specific conditions, such as when there is high volume, high emotions, and big price ranges. If you apply technical analysis to boring, random, low volatility charts, you will likely lose. That's why so many academic studies conclude it doesn't work. They test it where it shouldn't work. My final point is this: whether you use quantitative analysis, fundamental analysis, or technical analysis, they're all systems of analysis to try to predict where price will go over the aggregate. In my opinion, as long as markets are driven by humans, and as long as human emotions and human analysis drives price discovery, technical analysis will continue to work. Not as a predetermined prediction, but as a framework for intelligent risk-taking. If you want more breakdowns like this, real explanations, not surface level trading content, consider joining my trading course that's used by top trading firms to train their traders. The link is in the description. Or at the least, make sure you subscribe so that I see you in the next video.